Brock, good to see you. Thanks for
Good to see
joining
you
us
too,
today.
John.
Looking forward to spending a little bit of time talking with you today. So look, I'm going to get things kicked off. Tell us a little bit about Exodus, where you work, and tell us what you do at Exodus.
Well, yeah. First of all, I'm glad to be here. Thanks so much for having me. I want to start by going over our company's mission statement. Exodus is on a mission to help half of the world exit the traditional financial system. In order to accomplish this ambitious mission of ours, we work closely with our customers to provide them with the best possible Web3 experiences and support in the industry. Exodus has a commitment to help the world, and it's reflected in our efforts across all of our teams. So now, not diving into what I do at Exodus, I help our customers navigate their Web3 journey by providing amazing customer service and identifying trends and across the social media. I'm also the biz dev captain for the social team, so I'm getting a nice combination of community engagement and working closely with our community and business-to-business relations. When you message Exodus support on social media, not only do you feel like you're getting the information you're looking for, you also feel like you're talking to a trusted and knowledgeable crypto friend. So our social media support team responds within minutes. We try to have fun with our interactions on social media while, of course, using the appropriate tone when our customers are in need of help. So I guess just one more thing just to kick it off. I like to use like a cake analogy. So a good cake requires quality ingredients, just like good social media replies require the same thing. So as a foundational ingredient, like flour, we use genuine empathy to respond to our customers' concerns and issues. We use our knowledge-based guides to give our customers a direct source of information, which is kind of like the eggs of the batter. Adding one or two emojis can be an effective way to add some sugar, extra flavor to the replies. Same with GIFs as well. It helps you stand out in the space. And it's a great thing to throw in the mix because lots of people on crypto Twitter love memes, and it's a fun way to connect with your community.
Love it. Really enjoy an analogy too. I'm a big fan. So that cake ingredients really resonated with me. And who doesn't need a trusted and knowledgeable friend in the world of Web3 and crypto, hey? Cool. So look, it sounds like a really varied role. Sounds like you're doing quite a few different things there. So that's great. I'd love to maybe get a sense of that flow from a sort of trend spotting amongst the data sources you have to how you're then using what you learn and perhaps pushing out content to your communities there at Exodus. Could you give us a sense of what that flow is like?
Yeah. So there are multiple ways to identify and find trends in the crypto space, especially. We have a combination of smart social media support analysts, which I'm going to refer to them as SMSAs from here on out, just for short.
Okay.
So SMSAs, we have them on the front lines, and they're finally combing through all of our incoming messages, helping our customers with fast, hyper-personalized support, and making sure they're taken care of. So they're seeing all the incoming messages 24/7. We have a global 24/7 team that monitors our social media and app reviews. And then SMSAs use various tools, such as AppFollow and social media moderation platforms to see all of our incoming replies and reviews. The SMSA team uses tags and these social media moderation platforms to create or capture data analytics. And we can also create custom feeds in our social media platforms to filter specific comments that we're looking for across social media, whether it's recent or we can go back, weeks, months. That really tracks certain data points that we want to focus on. What's great about AppFollow is you can compare app review sentiment with competitors. So we're able to see what our untapped customer base is saying about other crypto wallets and exchanges in the space. We can identify pain points and implement solutions that benefit our customers using this information from AppFollow just by looking at other competitors and their reviews that come in. and we can find like maybe pain points or features that our competitors are lacking, and that we can come in full force and develop amazing new features that are needed in this space. We can then, ask customers on social media or through our website or newsletter to give us our new product or feature a try when we come out with these new releases, and hoping they'll love the overall experience, maybe have some word of mouth, help that spread some more. And this like really helps the space because like we're innovating, because we have innovative design. We really bring everything we can on that front. Our social support is, we strive to be the best in the crypto industry. So it's like we're raising the bar and, helping raise the bar for not just our company and like making our customers feel good, but we're hoping that the entire industry really, has these amazing experiences too, and like up levels with everyone and with us. And then from there, we also, our Marcom team creates high quality evergreen content. And sometimes they use like certain data analytics to identify what content might be better to push out at certain timeframes. They're SEO, we're SEO driven and data driven. So we have, some SEO specialists on our Marcom team, analyze keywords and trending phrases on Google and what drives good impressions. So we have a mix of, using our Exodus personality and brand, using customer feedback and data analytics and SEO to create these experiences and content and trends to keep, pushing out consistent content that way.
Yeah, nice. So a multi-product, sort of kind of multi-data kind of discipline approach, but of course with your customer, with your community at the center of all of that. That's pretty neat. It's what I'd expect of a progressive industry such as yours, honestly, but I'd like to think you're leading the curve there as well. And interesting what you say about the launch of new features. And I guess, in terms of what you learn from your customers, sometimes it's just a case of promoting existing kind of concepts and kind of features you already have, based on, as you say, what's lacking there in competition. So, you started our conversation with your mission statement, and it's pretty bold. I know you have some pretty grand plans there at Exodus, but I was just interested to know then, with your community then, how strategically important is that to you on that journey? So,
long story short, so quality and consistent community engagement through our social media translates to more exchanges in the app, which drives our customer ecosystem. We want to invest in creating these amazing must-have experiences for our customers, so we have a business that thrives long-term with an ever-growing community that, sees Exodus as like, okay, this is the best. I don't want to like switch over, or I want to use Exodus as my main wallet. So it's like we want to have them long term. And like I said, we use data-driven insights to understand how we can get in front of the right communities, provide them with the best self-custodial solution for their crypto needs. So we can, using data-driven insights, we can implement quality partnership marketing to naturally expand our community, I should say. So like we can use these pain points and find, we can build new features and parts of our product that would benefit users in areas in the crypto space where they're lacking features. For example, we recently launched Algorand support on our Web3 browser extension wallet. So we're collaborating behind the scenes and create Exodus into the top algo dApps and give algo customers an all-in-one experience that they never had before. So now they can hold their algo tokens and their NFTs all in one wallet, and then also maybe, ETH or Solana, more chains to come in the Web3 version. So it's like, before they had to maybe use multiple wallets to hold, their NFTs in one wallet and tokens in another wallet. And it's just kind of like, it's not an all-in-one experience that way. So we're able to, create these quality partnership marketing, get in front of the right communities. It's like a handshake deal. It's like we help them, they help us. We, they can kind of get in front of our existing community, and like we, make really amazing designs for our partners, and really make them look cool on social media, and they really appreciate our shout outs. So, and then they do the same thing for us. So it's like we're able to kind of both benefit that way, and then the customers benefit because they're getting a upgraded experience as well.
Absolutely. So interesting. You've sort of got a partner community as well as your kind of user-based community as well, and those things working kind of symbiotically, I think, is really neat. So you mentioned the word expansion a few times there in terms of your community, and it's growing, which is obviously great to hear. But how do you feel you'll need to scale in the future, scale your operation that is in the future to meet any expansion that's happening?
Yeah, so I like to think about it like this. So when we're in the, this modern tech field, fintech space, and then we're in crypto and DeFi. So it's like new technology that's just come out in the past, decade or two. That's like evolving. So I like to compare it with other companies that, maybe came a little bit earlier and have done similar things. So like Airbnb and Uber, these are counterintuitive companies that grew to mass scale. So Airbnb, they're a hotel company that owns 0 hotels. Yet they grew to mass scale. They host about 500 million guests per year. Uber they're a taxi company. They own 0 taxis, yet they grew to mass scale. They have almost 100 million users about there, and about 3 million of them are drivers. And in Exodus, we hold 0. We're a crypto wallet, but we hold 0% of our customers' funds because we're self-custodial. So our customers are in full possession of their blockchain assets. Mm-hmm. So, it's kind of like this this fast-growing industry and space that we're hoping that we're investing in the best experiences, and that we're going to reach this rapid scale. Like we've already doubled in size in the past year, and we're still able to serve our customers well. And so, it's just like, it's like one of those things that, it's just the industry that we're in mixed with, our marketing strategy. And, there's no guarantees that crypto will be mass adopted by any certain time frame, right? So it's just like, we're also trying to build a company of excellence that performs well regardless of market conditions, whether it's a bear market or, crypto winter. So that's one of our big goals too, is we want to be doing well regardless of how the crypto market as a whole is actually doing. So, that's one of our big focuses.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And yeah, some really, I of course know of Airbnb and Uber, but I hadn't really appreciated the fact that they don't own what they service, on kind of what they provide, I should say. And yeah, similar to Exodus, and I think that's really admirable, actually, just to be the best at what you do, to really put customer experience and that community experience front and center, irrespective of size, right? Because it's going to benefit you, whatever happens. So yeah, I think that's commendable. But look, it looks like it's heading in the right direction. What KPIs do you track then? What happens behind the scenes there in terms of how you're kind of measuring what you do?
Yeah, we track 3 main KPIs. So first response time, sentiment analysis, and customer effort audits. Mm-hmm. So we want our customers to feel like, they're texting a knowledgeable crypto friend back and forth. Our first response time, it's within minutes. Usually, of course, it really depends on the situation, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not going to penalize our staff for things that are like, impossible, or like we need to dig up the right answers and give it some more time. But generally, like first response time, we want to respond within minutes. More importantly, though, it's tone and sentiment, because people don't really remember what you say all the time. It's more how you make them feel. And that's what you mentioned in your presentation.
That's right.
On the original webinar. So yeah. So it's exactly that. So we want to make sure that we're building quality relationships with everyone that comes through our feed, and that we're sending something meaningful to every relevant reply in our, feeds. We have a tone captain on our team, and we call her the tone queen.
Love it.
So yeah, so she, periodically reviews, our replies. We go over stuff. We do peer reviews as a team as well.
Yeah.
So it looks for improvements in communication and the customer experience. So, and then also when we hire new teammates, we're also looking for these things, like if, they can naturally connect with our community and, provide amazing support and align with our brand voice, express genuine empathy, because we don't really teach empathy. It's just something that we're like, okay, you already have to like have it to be providing amazing support. So it's just like a natural thing that we hire people who already we sense they already have this.
Yeah.
And they're passionate about crypto and the company's mission. That's really important, to have people that are working for your company that are really passionate about the mission. Because if not, there's nothing wrong with that. Just, I think it's important to find a company that you would, gel with, and you would be like inspired. Essentially, that would be, that's ideal. And then another important thing for new hires is they can work well autonomously and remotely. So with Exodus, it's completely remote. You can basically work anywhere in the world with an internet connection. So, with lots of customers asking questions all day, like, you have to be responsible and like be at your desk and working, and not, let responses pile up or be late. So, that's why, all these things really do matter. And we're hiring people that, they like to work from home or, from a remote location in their office. And, you can build a lifestyle around Exodus, because Exodus is really individual focused, and which is pretty rare in the corporate world.
Yeah.
So we give lots of praise for each other at work. We have great, modern perks and benefits, and PTO to stay healthy and travel and try new things. So, we want if our team is, here and we're healthy and we're staying with Exodus, then we can provide the best support for our customers. So it's like, employee and customer centric. We want to make sure everyone's happy,
Whew, man, that sounds good. And yeah, I can relate to the remote thing. We run a remote show here at AppFollow as well. But yeah, it sounds like it's a really progressive business. I'm definitely sensing the type, the profile of the type of people you hire, and yeah, it's good for me. It is a modern day business, and I think it's kind of setting the mold for how a lot of organizations are either going to become or going to try and become. Right, it's harder when you've been around for 150 years, but there we go. Look, I'm gonna take you back in time now on my final question. Not quite 150 years, but what's your best advice for growing a community to your younger self?
Yeah, it's such a great question. And thanks for everyone who's watched the recording this long. So you're awesome for doing that, hanging there.
Yeah.
Almost done here. So my best advice for growing a community, I'd say, is to provide exceptional value to your community while also posting content they can rally around. So afterwards, listen to what your customers have to say as they engage with that content, and respond with something meaningful to every relevant comment that you receive. And that's really just like, at that point, you're doing everything you can do. And that's like, you're making a good impression on everyone that comes your way and that wants to engage with your brand. Like I said many times already, like genuine empathy is one of the biggest keys to growing a successful community. Like, to understand how your customers and community feels about, any given time, about new features or bugs or anything that's happening in the space. And then growing a community can be as simple as saying, just like, thanks so much for the shout out to fans and like industry partners that give you like tweets and mentions across social media. It's just a fun way to like, do some more back and forth with people, and more people read the comments, and they would be more likely to click on your brand's handle and maybe follow you. So it's just like, there's a lot of good that comes from that. Just, being grateful. And then let me think. Oh yeah. And then how you engage with your customers is a reflection of your business. I would say, so we want our team to be the best that we can be. So like when we pour our passion into our replies, we can make that good impression, give them the right information, be timely, and make it feel natural. So we really just want it to be this experience where, they can just chat back and forth with us, and they feel like they can just, message us anytime and we've got their back.
Yeah.
And then lastly, so like what I would say to my younger self is to think deeper about the individual you're replying to on social media. So because you're behind these screens, it's kind of hard to like maybe always read exactly who the person is behind them. And sometimes they're completely anonymous. So, it can pay off to maybe, just pick up of some hints of maybe just their profile picture, maybe some recent replies that they sent on their profile. Because like, for example, if like in the crypto space, you have like Bitcoin maxis, for example, and maybe like, different tribes of crypto projects like ETH maxis and all these things. So, let's say I'm hypothetically talking to a Bitcoin maxi about our brand new Web3 wallet that is beautiful and secure and all these things. But they'd be like, oh, but I'm only into Bitcoin and maybe the Lightning Network that Bitcoin goes on and Bitcoin related things. So if I talk to them too much about our new Web3 wallet, it might actually turn them off, even though it's like a brand new, amazing product. They're just not interested in that. They just want to focus just on the Bitcoin product in Exodus or Bitcoin features in Exodus. So it's more important to shift that conversation to really focus on what the customer is interested in and their wants and needs, and not push too much on always new products that we come out with. So, yeah.
Wow, I asked for your best advice. You gave me 4 absolute pearls of wisdom. So thank you. Personally, thank you, because as a CX leader here, I need all the help I can get when it comes to kind of community management and building these engaged communities. But yeah, authenticity, quality, going the extra mile, understanding context. These are all really human traits, actually. But it is what customers expect. It is the window often onto the business, because otherwise you've just got a product and some content. Yep. So I think that does, that really helps drive that loyalty and lead to growth. So look, we are at time. So Brock, I just want to thank you so much for your time, for your insight into your operation there at Exodus. And thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was a good time. Everything went great. So
yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Have a good one.
Cheers, mate.